Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Kusama. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing low here in December of 2022 all the way to the all-time high in May of 2021. And we ran into the 0.236 with the retracement back in February, and then we started pulling back down. And currently we're holding this support block, this yellow support block, and that is good to see because we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces from there. This is going to be our 5th bounce, but the more you retest a level, the more chances you have of breaking it. So potentially we could see a move below that and maybe even come back down to $26.20, which is a major support level for us that we held in November last year. We almost back tested it as resistance in December. We broke above and we never came back down to back test it. So potentially that could be something that we're looking for. Let me just bring that down a bit. So that's going to be 25.6. And if I bring out a fib retracement from there to there, as you can see, we had a pull back to the 1.272 fib level with this retracement. So we took the swing high in February and we took the swing low all the way back on February 13th. So we saw a pump and then a retracement down to the 1.272, got rejected from the golden ratio there, and now we're pulling back down once again. So if you lose the first fib level, which is $31.78, you could be looking at $25.50, which exactly lines up with this support that we just looked at with the yellow support trend line. So this is an important level to hold. You could set up some buy limit orders in advance in case we see a flash crash when you're at work or when you're sleeping, just so you don't miss out on this potential buying opportunity. And if we see a pullback even below that, you have the second fib level here, which funny enough aligns with the zero level of the larger fib at $22.24. And as you can see, we retested that once in November of 2022 and once in January of 2023. So maybe we even come back down for a third bottom, and then we start moving to the upside. But I'm hoping that this is our higher low that we're looking for, and we don't really lose 28.8, also, which could be a great buying opportunity. If we drop below $30, I'll probably be getting into this myself. I do have a nice bag of Kusama tokens, so I'm going to be looking for more dollar cost averaging opportunities. If we take a look at our potential bull market targets with the 1.618 or even the 1.272 actually, so the 1.618 is going to be way high above almost $5,000. That's a bit out of reach in my opinion, so we could be more conservative and we could target the minimal fib level here at $1,565. That is doable in my opinion, considering the market cap and considering how bullish the Polkadot ecosystem is going to be in the next bull market. So that's something to think about. Just because you see a big number doesn't mean it's not doable. You have to look at the circulating supply, the market cap, and the fundamentals behind the project. So that's it for the price action. If we take a look at the daily RSI, we're sitting right in the middle, so not doing anything impulsively to the upside nor to the downside. So if you want to start dollar cost averaging, this would be a nice opportunity to do so because like I said, we're just sitting here in the middle consolidating. On the RSI, we also have a nice support level here that we've retested once in January, once in March, and hopefully we could see another bounce in April. So if I do something like that, there we go, we actually have another bounce here in November of 2022. So we haven't been below this green support trend line for a few months now. And if we see a pullback, that's going to be a nice entry. So draw this out on your chart so that you can see when is a good entry based on the RSI. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, guys, I quickly want to give a shout out to everyone who has joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. And if you want to become a part of the Patreon and, get access to a lot of exclusive content, such as podcast episodes for patrons only, my trade alerts, my entire portfolio. I share everything that I buy and everything that I sell. If you want to leave some requests, we can take a look at your projects on Patreon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on there. I try to do daily updates and daily posts in there. So if you want to try it out for free, you can do that as well. There's a 7-day free trial, so you can do that and let me know what you think. Let's get on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly, we have a descending resistance trend line here that we back tested in August and one more time in February. So breaking above that is going to be a major bullish indicator, and we would need to see good volume kick in at that point, because if we don't, that is probably going to be a fake out. So we do need to see volume backing up this breakout. Usually it's going to be pretty impulsive and a strong impulsive move. And we could take out the 55 EMA in that instance. So we could potentially see a move all the way up to $70. And I would be expecting a move to the $75.3 mark with the August/September local high that I'm expecting, which effectively is going to be a bull trap as well. So that's something that you can be looking at for potential swing trades, or maybe take profits if you're looking to exit altogether. And if I bring out the 35 EMA, that's going to be another resistance level for you to take a look at. But we haven't retested it since the last retest was back in December of 2021. So this is something that we could also hit with our head and then come back down. So overall, the weekly chart looks good right now, but we're below the 20 EMA. That's the only negative thing. So we want to be holding the 20 EMA as support, and we want that to carry us all the way up to the 55 EMA as our target for now. And solidifying above the 0.236, which is above $47.35, is going to be important, because you have this high here, you want to break above that, back test it as support, and off you go. That's basically how a breakout should work. And taking a look at the weekly RSI, we have a very similar structure here with an ascending support trend, resistance trend line, and a descending resistance trend line and ascending support trend line. So if you're looking for entries based off the RSI, you could potentially see a bounce off of this blue trend line. If you see the RSI hanging out around there, that's going to be a nice entry. So you can put some bids in here. And if you see a move to the upside and you're looking to exit, that would be a great exit. But no one can guarantee that the price will reverse immediately after hitting that level. So if you're holding for the long term, I wouldn't be risking any swing trades, because you can exit here, let's say, then you see a pullback and a break to the upside while you're waiting for a pullback to the lower support trend line. So I would say if you still haven't entered, you can enter a bit now, and then you can look for entries off the blue support trend line just to dollar cost average in. But we're not out of the woods, fully out of the woods yet, but it seems like Bitcoin doesn't really care about all the FUD being thrown into the markets with the Binance lawsuits incoming. So yeah, I think we have printed the bottom, to be honest with you, and we're just going to be waiting until this higher low is printed out, and then we can start moving forward. Obviously, any flash crashes with black swan events could come out of the blue, and you should be ready for that with some cash on the side as well. So that's pretty much everything. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to check out my Patreon and Twitter, link down below. I'm going to see you in the next update. Take care.